Norway. 150,000 square miles of alpine terrain offers a skier's paradise. The sport was born here, and to this day, Norway still dominates the Winter Olympic Games, tallying 329 total medals and nearly half of them gold. And with a population of just over 5 million, Norway has the most Olympic medals per capita, with one for about every 11,000 people. But what other factors contribute to the team's impressive trophy count? I've come to Norway to find out what motivates the young athletes trying to keep the winning streak alive. And over the course of this week, I'll immerse myself in the diet, exercise, and culture behind the most successful skiing competitors in the world. Vital to any winter athlete's diet is a rich source of fat calories for warmth and energy. A popular staple of the Norwegian cuisine is cheese, especially brunost, or brown cheese.
There she's coming.
Oh, she's very big.
Hi, Ronja. Oh, så flink.
So do you think it's the purity of the food that led your 4 children to become successful athletes?
Part of it. And you know, good health from the people before us. When you have a little small child, it's very necessary to give them exactly what they need. Organic vegetables. The children got lots of goat milk and goat cheese. Oh, så fint, ja. Okay.
All right.
That's the way.
That's how you do it. Do you think the brown cheese is eaten by all athletes in Norway?
Yeah, I think so. I think they need to have the brown cheese when they put it in the bag and bring it to all the countries they go, because they need this brown cheese. They think energy, because lots of energy in it.
I'm headed inside right now to Heidel Ysteri, which is a local creamery. Can you walk us through the process once the milk comes here?
Okay. It's the big dairy which fetches the milk from the farms around. It's put into that big pan, getting cooked for about 2 hours. And then we pump it into sausages and press them in molds.
So this is it here?
Yeah. You don't find it anywhere else in the world.
Can I taste it?
Yeah.
Let's check this out. That's amazing. I can see how on really good bread it'd be delicious.
Yeah?
Yeah, thank you very much. At just 25 years old, Anders Fonnemel holds the ski flying world record at 251.5 meters, or nearly 3 football fields.
I started skiing as soon as I could walk, I think. I grew up on a farm in Hornindal. My dad actually made the slopes around our house with his tractor, all the way up to our cabin in the forest, kind of, so...
Your dad basically built a winter wonderland for you as a kid. So you got just a few trophies and medals here. Do you want to talk to me about some of these?
The longest standing jump in Vikersund. Biggest one is from the first year I was doing ski flying in competition, man of the year. But then I started to believe that I was able to fly. When I started ski jumping, I got really hooked by the fear of doing the first jump and then the joy of making the jump.
Is it dangerous?
I think it's dangerous. When you're on the top of the biggest hill, you're quite nervous. You should be a bit afraid and have a respect for what we are doing.
What are the steps to qualify for the Olympics?
We're starting the season again in November. I have to compete on a high level from then till the Olympics starts to be on a team. And that's it. have to be among the top 5 in Norway. It's a lot of hard work. It's really tough to stay on top. Motivation have to be 100% because if you're not doing your best, you have no chance. We have to train quite hard, do not eat too much.
Today I'm meeting with Dr. Ina Garta, head of the sports nutrition program at the Norwegian Olympic Sports Center, to gain insight on how their athletes eat and train for peak performance. So what makes you love working with athletes?
With athletes, it's like you have to hold them back. You have to make sure that they are not pushing the limits. They just want to do everything. We are really concerned about their diet, that they are covering every need to maintain muscle mass and to keep you full. A cross-country skier eats 4 times more than a ski jumper.
4 times more?
Yeah.
Wow.
The performance will go down if they don't manage to cover all the needs. If we have a ski jumper, they don't want large muscles because they have to be light. So we have different programs for each and every person. For example, fish, which can be, fat. It's perfect. You have to have, fatty acids, omega-3. The recommendations is that you eat fish for dinner at least twice a week. Fish is always a part of the dietitian, plan.
With 50,000 islands and over 83,000 kilometers of coastline, Norway offers some of the best fishing in the world. And today I've come to the island of Tromsø, 200 miles inside the Arctic Circle, to see what's lovingly referred to as the world's largest fishing village. So I've just arrived at a harbor outside of Tromsø, and behind me you can see that the fishermen are bringing their boats up. They're unloading loads and loads of fish, cleaning them, dumping them, and then you can see over here they're processing and to bring them into the city. So we're going to talk to a fisherman named Paul who's invited us out to his boat. Are you Paul?
Yes.
Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for having us. It's very beautiful out here. And what do you do first?
First, I go out for maybe 2 hours, and then I find my nets. It's a buoy with a flag. It comes here, and then the fish follow the nets and come here. I have some here.
Oh wow, what is this here?
This is a cod.
Okay.
Today. I'll serve this for you.
Oh yeah?
Yes. If you have time.
Do you cook?
Yes, I cook.
Paul, that's so good. Look, it's delicious, yeah.
Okay, good.
Right now we're on our way to the Marokid School, which is a high school for exceptional athletes in Norway. Kids come from all over to pursue their dream of becoming a Winter Olympian. So I'm excited to meet some of the teenagers here who are training and get an idea of what their day-to-day is like. One-fifth of Norway's Olympians started here, at the Marokid School. Students from all over come to the Trøndelag region to follow in the footsteps of many of Norway's decorated competitors. I'm here to see firsthand what it takes to become an elite winter athlete. So I see that each of these rooms are named after different Winter Olympics, is that right?
Yeah, all the rooms. Vancouver 2010. And this is Torino 2006. Salt Lake City, I took 3 medals. I took 2 gold medals and 1 silver medal. So that was a very good place for me.
In cross-country skiing?
That was in cross-country skiing.
And you went to this school?
I went to this school also, so when I was a student here, I used a lot the same rooms. A typical day, we have training from the morning and up to lunch before having theoretical lessons the last part of the day. The trainers don't want to tell them what to do every day. We want them to be independent, to plan their own training, to find out what's working for exactly themselves.
The best feeling is that we have this freedom to be out in the nature and train and don't be inside a gym, for example. It just makes me smile. It's freedom for me.
Every morning,
Yeah.
hit the slopes.
Yeah.
First thing.
Hit the slopes right here. It's amazing. It started from when I was a little kid. I love skiing. I grew up in a family where we were skiing and we were going out in the mountains and dancing and riding horses. My father, he was an active skier as well. So he's the person who has taught me everything since I was a little kid.
Did you watch the Winter Olympic Games?
Yeah.
Any moments from specific games that you remember?
The sprint team competition with Petter Northug and Eystein Pettersen. I could see how happy they were and some part of being a team, even though cross-country skiing is individual. I can imagine how much hard work they both have done, so that's something I also want to experience.
Is there like a good way to walk?
Your poles, they're going straight down. That's good.
So are your toes always straight forward?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe you can try to stand in the
grooves?
yeah.
So you left home, you live on your own, you train every morning on the slopes no matter what the weather is like.
Yeah.
You go to competitions on the weekends. Why? What's this all for?
I want to become a very great skier, so maybe in some years I become a world champion or Olympic champion. That's my dream.
That's the goal. That's the dream.
Yeah.
What would that mean for you to win, let's say, an Olympic gold medal?
That's my biggest goal and dream, to take individual Olympic medals. So that will mean a lot. It's not only the results and gold medals, you know. It's more about pushing my own limits. Hopefully I can do this as long as I want.
In Norway, skiing is a harmonious coexistence between man and nature. Even in sub-zero temperatures, Norwegians' reverence for their rugged landscape leads them outside at a young age. The nation's pride, coupled with fierce self-determination, is what makes the people resourceful and their athletes formidable. I've traveled all over this week, from the mountains to the coast, witnessing the incredibly beautiful landscape that lays the foundation of this active, healthy culture. I've seen farms and fisheries that power gold medalists and Olympic hopefuls. But most importantly, I've experienced the spirit of joy and independence that keeps Norway's winning tradition alive.